Barcelona, Barcelona. Agent Yamal's been saying what's up, has been saying Buenos Dias. It seems as if Nico Williams, not Inaki, we get it right, not Inaki. Nico Williams is headed to Barcelona. What if he joined a certain team to become their 628th left winger? Join up, become a member, part member, baby. So always say. So, Barcelona have decided to try and activate the Nico Williams deal after getting the player's total priority, according to Fabrizio Romano. All clubs involved in the race are now aware that he's given the full priority to Barcelona. So, it's real. Because remember, we're talking about it's a Bayern, it's a Barca, it's a Bayern, it's a Barca. And look, I felt that if I was advising your boy Nico Williams, he should join up Chelsea. Okay, it is what it is. I say, Nico, join up Bayern Munich, because at Bayern Munich, they have a guy called Fatty, called Gnabry, even if he plays on the right. Michael Lisa, he's all right, but they are actually in need of a left-sided Salinki. I think he's coming. So I thought Bayern Munich was a better swalastisi for your boy just to show himself, because I'm like, you go to Bayern Munich, you're going to start every single game. You're going to be a bona fide starter. And again, people will say, what's up to? But by not doing that, because at Barca, are you going to be a guaranteed dude? Unless, because this is what I said. So, because it's good to have confidence. Because, okay, look, you go to Barcelona, Rafinha's there. He's just had his best ever season. And what people may say was even a Ballon d'Or season. How the hell are you going to replace your boy Rafinha? But 4-3-1. 4-3-3-1. Some people have said Rafinha can play as a number 10, or you can actually put Yamal in the number 10 role. And then you put Rafinha on the right, and then Yamal. Rafinha on the right, Nico Williams on the left. So that's all depends on what Hansi Flick wants to do. But I think a few things here. I think a big thing is that he wanted to stay in Spain. He's Spanish, and he just wanted to remain in Spain. That's a very key fact. Another important fact, and this was key for Trent. He's close with Lamine Yamal. So I'm sure Yamal was a huge, massive factor in him saying that, I want to play, I can stay in Spain, play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, play under one of the best coaches in the world, and also play alongside my good friend. It is what it is. Africa tax. It is what it is. Africa tax. Ghana and Guinea Guinea and Morocco coming together as one. And also as well, just a little something, man. Because as we know, I'm a huge dribble merchant. So most successful dribbles in the past, is that two? Wait, hold on. Let me. Sorry, in the past 2 La Liga seasons. Look at that. So Yamal 2-2. Look how crowd. Guys, look how is it? 231 Yamal, 154 Nico Williams, 147 Vinicius Jr., 130 Cuba on the 2 strings, and 121 Alberto Molero. Basically, you see, that's why people call me a dribble merchant and everything. Oh, but dribbling is a key part of the game. Why do we love Messi so much? Yeah, he takes free kicks. Yes, he takes passes and goals. But the thing that's really sets him apart is his dribbling. I always say that the 2 hardest things to do in football is to score a goal. But I believe that the hardest thing to do in football is to dribble multiple people in one motion. So like what Maradona did in 1986, that is the hardest thing to do. And to score a goal is crazy. To dribble one person is crazy. To dribble 1, 2, 3, 4 people in one motion, that is the hardest thing to do. And anybody who has played football will know how hard it is to dribble successfully in one motion, especially when you're not playing at a high elite level. So the fact that Yamal's dribble succession is so high just shows you why he's the best player in the world. And bro, they asked Romario, who's the best player in the world? Romario said Lamine Yamal. And I think Romario knows a little bit about Tesh. And guys, just understand, There's a current war on Tesh. I'll keep you updated. And the current war on Tesh, we need all freaking soldiers. We need all hands on deck. And Yamal is a very key member of this war on Tesh. And those dribble successions there shows you why he's our most important soldier for this war on Tesh. And we shall win this war on Tesh against the PMP merchants. But look, that's just what they... Because look, I think if Rafinha is effective, and we're not hitting on Rafinha, he's had an amazing season. But Rafinha, you can see that what comes naturally to him is playing on the right. So he can come in on his left. That's what really comes naturally to him. And I think that for Yamal, who's a right foot, to come in the left, it makes sense. And I think Yamal is much more of a natural winger. And when you look at when you just look at those dribble sessions, when you have a winger in the modern age, dribbling is very important because what it is, you have a 1v1 battle against either that right back or that left back. And what you want to do is to be able to beat him, take him out of the equation, create space either for a shot to score a goal or for an easier pass, for an easier assist. So dribbling for a winger in the modern age is extremely important. So for Barca to get this guy, it's huge signing. And it also means like if they secure this, Barca looking very damn good. Of course, defensive cover, midfield cover, send Araujo to the gulags, all that kind of stuff needs to happen. But this is a strong, massive signing. Now, things get interesting here. So, shout out to your boy. Real Madrid were ready to trigger Nico Williams' release clause this summer, but the player rejected them. Hold on, let me read it. So he said that if he wants to stay in Spain, he'll only play for Barcelona. Now, look, here's the thing. I don't want to trigger anybody and be like this and everything. We don't know whether this is true. But let me just use a bit of logic here. Let's see how sports we think. Mbappe plays on the left. Vini plays on the left. Rodrigo is put on the left sometimes. Doesn't Nico Williams play on the left? So him being brought in onto the left when you already have two other natural left wingers doesn't make sense. Barcelona do not have any natural left wingers. Natural. So it makes sense. Real Madrid have dos natural left wingers. So the reason why I call this as BS is why would they want another left winger? Because if let's say this is true, this just shows extremely poor player acquisition. Because again, you say to yourself that did they need Mbappe? It's not only whether you need Mbappe, it's freaking Mbappe. So you can get him on a free, you get him anyway, and you just figure it out. And he won the European Golden Shoe. But for Nico Williams, you don't need Nico Williams. You need a Modric replacement. You need a Toni Kroos replacement. You need defensive cover. You need a striker. That's what you need. The last thing you need is a left winger. Get a right winger before a left winger. That's the last thing you freaking need. So, yeah, I'm not sure whether this is true. But look, if Nico Williams I don't think he'd ever say yes, but let's just say he said yes to Real Madrid. How many games are you going to really play? Are you really going to displace Mbappe? So you may find a situation where you now forced to play like either as a striker or maybe through the middle. So I don't know how that would work. So this for me, structurally, just doesn't make any sense. So look, man, it is what it is. Your boy Nico Williams going over to Barca, and as I said again, I think it's good. It's a really, really, really good signing. And Nico and Lamine Yamal, both in that same team, knowing how they cook for Spain, Barca and the Flickmeister are looking pretty damn good.